Hello, my name is Keith, and I'm known as a Florida Stone Man. And today I'm going to be talking to you about a crystal crazier than Moldavite. And yeah, it's crazier than Moldavite. It has to be 100 times crazier than Moldavite, and I'll explain why in this video. You could have guessed it's malachite. This crystal is one of the fastest high vibration developing heart chakra crystals, or crystals in general. A lot of crystals will have their set vibration, they'll have what they do. Malachite is a crystal that continues to do new things, and that's super interesting to me because I'm someone who is figuring it out, especially as I wear the malachite, and people are like, oh, I've never seen malachite like that. I've not seen malachite that's dark or that doesn't have these weird lines. Most of the malachite you are seeing online is fake. They call it they have a name for it now. It's like they don't call it synthetic malachite because people wouldn't buy it. They call it like Homer. I don't even know what they call it. They have a name for it, like Homer Simpson malachite. I don't know. There's some weird name for it. It's not malachite. You guys are not getting real crystals when you get them for dirt cheap. I'm telling you that right now. You're getting placebos, and especially for people who get cheap Moldavite. People getting like this size Moldavite, like $10. Who are you fooling? I'm not being mean, but gotta wake you guys up. Like, hey, wake up! The alarm's going off. But the thing about this video is I'm gonna be talking to you all about the beauty of malachite and what kind of person you need to be when you wear malachite. You need to be yourself, but you have to be your most purified, best version of yourself. Malachite is a very special crystal. It's one of the most protected crystals. The degrees to which this crystal goes to protect you is insane. I can't 100% say everything I've learned about malachite because some of it people will try to use for bad, so I'll teach that in private, or from people who get malachite from me, I will teach it to you. Now, especially for the people who have gotten malachite from me, they can tell you. They're like, wow, I've never encountered this. Also, the other, beautiful sunlight shining through the clouds on a cold day in Florida, but this malachite is high quality. This one comes from the Congo. Congo malachite is wildfire. South African malachite is too. Congo a little bit more. The lighter shades of malachite I have found to be weaker. They're also more inexpensive, and I call it diluted malachite. So if you get white malachite and it's very light green, I'll eventually put that on the website because some people just like the color, and it's like I said, diluted malachite, so it's essentially like weaker malachite. It could be better for some people on how intense malachite is, but malachite's one of those crystals that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This crystal's nuts. I mean, when I say this crystal's nuts, these crystals have their own personalities. They have different energy ways that they act. Malachite's literally Jumanji. It's like the heart of the jungle. It's like opening Pandora's box of either blessings or correcting you. The biggest, craziest thing about malachite that you guys should know, assuming you have real malachite from FloridaStoneman.com, is that malachite is a crystal that will correct you more so than hypersthene does actually now. Hypersthene is a self-correcting crystal, so if you're the problem, hypersthene will correct you. Malachite is a crystal that's gonna correct you. It's gonna basically show you that if a situation is getting crazy, it'll point you out to be the problem, and it corrects you very fast. So the biggest thing with malachite, because I guess it could be its copper content, is people get heart palpitations. So everyone in the past few weeks who has malachite from me who experienced some form of shadow work, if you're doing shadow work with malachite around, use rose quartz. That's the anecdote to this. So because Judy Hall's The Crystal Bible talks about malachite giving heart palpitations. I don't know if that's physical or spiritual. I only teach the spiritual aspect, but maybe because it's copper content. But if you in any way are, and this even happens to me, so if I'm the problem in any situation, because we're all human, no human is perfect. If someone tells you they're perfect, watch out for that person because they're lying. They just lied to you. Not even I am perfect, and 100% of the time, 100% of the time, we don't. Well, I can't speak for everyone. Never mind. I'm gonna say a lot of times, a lot of you guys go into the world not trying to cause problems. Actually, some of you do. So, I'm not gonna say that. But we go into the world, and sometimes when we're handling a situation, we could accidentally add, oh, you guys caught my ring. I was not supposed to show that in the video. That's a surprise, but oh yeah, Florida Stoneman has rings coming to the website soon in a very particular design. I found out how to do rings that no one else can do. Cool. And I'm wearing them myself. I just realized I'm wearing it. I should have taken it off, but for the people who are watching this video, you get to see the surprise. But with malachite, it'll correct you and be like, hey, chill out. It'll scream at you. It'll be like, ah! And if you don't identify it, then things will get worse. But if your shadows are coming out to be released, and you're reabsorbing the shadows, or you're becoming the shadow, malachite will point to you and be like, hey, you are causing a problem. You're not dealing with this energy correctly, and it's backfiring on you, and I'm here to show you. That's the energies of malachite. It's very specific. Malachite is, and it's not a fun crystal. It's not fun. But like, if you're the problem, malachite is going to make things crazy for you if you're the problem. Similar to Moldavite, but malachite's 100 times more intense and extreme. So if you are truly the problem, and you're truly, instead of getting rid of your demons, if you're accepting them, because some people, when they do shadow work, this is not the popular side, the shadow work. Some people, when they get the shadows out of them, they actually become the shadows. They're like, okay, well, why do I have to release this anyway? No, this is a part of me, and they become the shadow. It's like the person who had the demon is actually the demon now. That actually happens to people. And no crystal works with people like that after that, because the crystals try to cancel out that person's dark side, etc. But there's light and dark in everything. No human is perfect. People are like, oh, angels are perfect. Well, some angels are better than others, but even the angels that God has made, some of them have decided to become demons and fall from their post, fall from their position, fall from what they're supposed to be doing. The best angel I recommend you guys to work with is Saint Michael the Archangel, and then your guardian angel. But also, there are so many amazing angels. There's Gabriel, there's Uriel, I love all the angels, but they're lots of fun to work with. Make sure you work with them one by one. And then there's a whole hierarchy of lower guardian angels as well. There's hundreds of those, and you'll meet them one by one when you start working with your guardian angel. More angel videos coming in the future, but but when it comes to malachite, it'll go like this. It'll make you very uncomfortable. It'll just be like, the problem's right there, and it'll start exacerbating things. It'll start making things wild and crazy, and now you're fighting with everyone, you're arguing with everyone, you're disagreeing with everyone, and you're not feeling good. You're just not feeling good spiritually. You're like, what's going on? In that case, remove the malachite completely and replace it with rose quartz, because rose quartz is it's like malachite's yin and yang balance. But malachite, if you're 100% doing everything correct, and you're 100% on track, and you're not your own biggest problem, then the malachite is going to work the absolute best for you guys. And malachite's a crystal. The longer you wear it, the more it feels alive. For example, if I don't teach something 100% correctly, my malachite will start to throb. It sounds wild, but I'll feel the malachite right here, like throbbing, and I'm like, that's right over my heart. Like, it's a sensitive place. But it'll also protect you from people who are going to break your heart, not just in a relationship, but in friendships, in anything. So anyone who's trying to do something bad with you, a person who's trying to present some form of harm to you, it will grab that person. If you see the lines in malachite, and now I get to show individual pieces of jewelry. If you see the malachite lines, those are lines of transformation. When you see a crystal doing 1,000 different things in the gemstone, it's transforming. Malachite has a tendency to reach out. That person could live across the world. It will grab the person and it will pull them down. It'll pull them to the ground and ground them, and then make things crazy. So it'll put things in front of people who are your enemies or people who are causing you problems. And this could be anyone. So if you have a lot of drama with family and you're always arguing, if you're always arguing, put something else with the malachite, such as rose quartz, because it's going to show them that they're the problem. But if you're adding to the problem as well, it'll show you that you're the problem too. So a lot of times when people have malachite on nowadays, people will have arguments and fights and chaos. Because keep in mind, the heart chakra is the highest vibrating chakra, the highest frequency chakra. The heart chakra does not play. It's very, even like people are like, well, that's not the highest frequency in the highest frequency crystal in the body. The highest frequency chakra in the body. I'm like, you can look at an EKG. You can look in the medical field. They even know the heart puts off the most amount of energy like that. The body's older than the mind. Keep in mind. So, crystals of the heart. And by the way, let me say, don't ever wear malachite below the waist. Your pocket chakras are intelligent, but the second you wear malachite ankle or anklet is the second everything's gonna get crazy and chaotic. So don't ever wear malachite or any other heart chakra crystal as an anklet. It'll make things crazy, very crazy, worse than any other anything. Don't wear them as anklets. I'm telling you that right now. If you want to try it, it's gonna not go well, and you're gonna get karma for it. Because if you know something that's bad, you try it anyway, and you get burnt. If you know a fire is hot and you put your hand in the fire, you're gonna get burnt even worse. Let's just say that. But why wear malachite if it's this crazy? Well, like I said, it can literally grab your enemies and twist them, and snap and break any ties they have on you, and change the direction where your life is heading to a life of prosperity, a life of abundance, a life of happiness. So once you're fully aligned, these blessings start pouring in. Malachite's a money crystal too. It's a wealth crystal, it's a luck crystal, but it'll heat up money or wealth or prosperity or abundance that's stuck. So let's just say your blessings are supposed to be coming to you. Remember how I said malachite has a reach energy? It'll do that to wealth as well. So if your blessings are within grips, but you can't reach them, malachite will help you reach them. So just make sure you're not the problem when wearing malachite, because it's one of the best crystals you can ever wear, ever, when it comes to attracting blessings. Because one, it shows you if you're the problem in any way, shape, or form, it'll make you not feel good, so you stop making other people and situations around you not feel good. But some people are not ready to face that. A lot of things that'll happen when people first wear malachite, they'll cry, they'll complain, they'll put up a fight with themselves, those people around them, their friends, their family. And even after you wear the malachite and you think you're used to it, no, if you start being the problem, like, let's just say like for 3 months straight, and I use 3 because I like the number 3. For 3 months straight, everything's going well, everything's swell, and then somehow you fall off your post. You fall off what you should be doing, and you start being a problem. And for people who can't admit they're a problem, they actually become a bigger problem. Because you can't evaluate yourself, you can't change yourself, and eventually your angels will keep withdrawing themselves to help show that you're the problem, so that you fix it, so that they're able to help you again. Most importantly, when God sends lessons, they're not punishments, not particularly. Depends on the situation, but when God is sending these lessons towards you, it's for you to learn and become a better person. It's not if you're a good person. So with malachite, you could wear malachite for 3 months and you become the problem. After 3 months, it'll correct you. But you probably won't know it's the malachite doing it. You'll think things are just getting crazy for no reason. Like I said, this is one of the luckiest crystals you could ever wear. If you're a small business owner, it'll reach across the planet to basically branch out and grab connections, grab just people you're supposed to meet. Malachite's good for love. It'll literally it's wildfire jungle energy. It's hard to define what malachite does when it's so crazy. Imagine 100,000 of these strings reaching out and grabbing your blessings and grabbing and pulling things that are close to you. But also, if you're the one doing wrong, the malachite's gonna slap you. It's gonna be like, oh. It'll be like, whoa. But you won't know it's doing it. That's the biggest problem with malachite. Our biggest problem when people wear malachite, because these crystals are not bad. They're good. They're correcting you. If you ever pay attention to people who don't like crystals or think they're evil, those people have the biggest demons on them, the biggest shadows, the heaviest entities, the heaviest spirits, the heaviest energies, and they're the most blocked. But they have the audacity to tell you that crystals are evil. Especially people who are Christians, who don't even realize that crystals are in the Bible. That's the fastest way to tell someone's never actually opened the Bible. They go through Instagram posts, reading pieces of, like, verses of the Bible, then versus actually reading it, and then they're going to put other people down. If you don't know, there's a lot of crystals in the Bible, especially when it talks about Moses' brother Aaron, who's a high priest, and wore 12 sacred gemstones that had the power to call down angels and unite tribes, okay? So there's a whole bunch of crystal information in the Bible. Back to malachite. People will think it's beautiful. Malachite's very beautiful. And so is the future that has you not being your own worst enemy. Think about that. This is a very crazy crystal. Like I said, I can't 100% give you 100% analogies besides the twist and transform and grab, because malachite's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It'll do it however it wants to do it. And it won't be obvious. This crystal attracts a lot of blessings too. You'll be very lucky, and you will not have many enemies. If you see what happens to your enemies when you wear malachite, it's kind of scary. I'm not going to say what kind of scary, but let's just say do right and right will follow. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment sections. Keep working on your connection to God. Then follow your angels and your guides. Work on yourself. Love others. Spread nothing but positivity and joy in the world. And your world will be nothing but positivity and joy as well, as long as you let it. Like I said, ask your questions in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.